this time from the Wave 19 of DC Universe Classics, we're taking a look at Hawkman. Hawkman here is pretty much a reuse of everything from the previous Hawkman release except for the head sculpt there. As you can see, the head sculpt here is a little bit different. Got both the top beak, lower beak, and even a little tongue sticking out there. And the brow of the helmet here, and as well as in the back here, you have this sort of helmet shape going on back there. Compare that to the previous Hawkman figure. You can see there the beak is kind of just the top portion of the beak. You have these little face guards here that extend down, and in the back here it's much more sleeker. Everything else is exactly the same except for paint details, which you have the unpainted hawk symbol here because he's no longer affiliated with the Hawkman of Thanagar, which is what this symbol is for, the hawk symbol. There's a slightly better paint job on the yellow boots here, the yellow on the boots here. A little bit darker complexion to the skin on this figure. That's it. Maybe they could have done his wings in brown this time, because he did have brown wings and gray wings in the Golden Age stories. So they decided for some reason not to do that. Yes, it's alright because like I said, he did have both gray and brown wings back then. You know, while the brown wings may have distinguished him a bit more from the other, he does come with only one of the weapons that the previous released Hawkman came with. He is absent his shield and sword, but retains the loop there. So I guess you could, if you wanted to, put the stick the mace in there. It doesn't fit as well as the sword does, but you can have it in there. So the cool thing about this one is that he comes with an alternate head, because as the years went by, this kind of looked a little bit goofy, I guess. They decided to go with a less soldiery look and a more superhero look. So they came up with this version. This is how Hawkman looked during the later period of the Golden Age. Mainly, I think it was also done to establish him as looking a lot different than the Earth 1 Hawkman, who looked like that. Anyway, paint-wise, he's pretty good. There is a little bit of mess on the belt there, a scratch or something from being in the package, I think. But all in all, a little bit better paint job because of the better paint, the yellow paint on his boots there. So for articulation, both heads have the same kind of They're up and down, left and right. He is a little bit less with this head for some reason than the other head, but I prefer this head to this head. So I'm pretty much going to keep this head on him and display him as such alongside the rest of the Justice Society. Wings here go back into forward independently of each other, and the wings extend up and collapse. He's got arms go all the way around, out and in, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, rotate at the wrist. It's got ab articulation, waist articulation. Legs go forward, back, out to the side, rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee, and bend at the ankle. Now, I've covered Hawkman's backstory before in the previous review of the other Hawkman, but I'll go over it just quickly a little bit now. So Carter Hall is an archaeologist, and he finds this knife and suddenly regains all his memories of being an Egyptian prince by the name of Khufu, who, alongside his love Chayera, found this wrecked spaceship and this mysterious metal that allowed him to create weapons that would give him the powers of flight and strength and recuperative powers as well. However, his rival Hathset murdered both him and his love with that very knife. And so he not only finds out that his love, Chayera, has been reincarnated in the form of Shiera Sanders, but also that Hathset has been reincarnated as well. And he picks up the weapons that he made, finds the weapons that he made back in Egyptian times, and begins to embark on a career as a mystery man or superhero, and continues his career throughout the war until 1951, when House Un-American Activities Committee forces the retirement of the JSA because they wouldn't reveal their secret identities to the government. Through his time with the JSA and as a superhero, encountered many different things that allowed him to retard his aging, even including a stint in a limbo based on the Norse mythological end of the world. He did eventually get out of that limbo world. He has a son, Hector Hall, and a godson, Northwind. And it was his rejection of their entrance into the JSA that they decided to form, alongside other legacy heroes of the sons and daughters of the JSA, to form Infinity Inc. During the Crisis on Infinite Earths, which merged Earths 1 and 2, as long as several others together, his origin was retconned going back to the Egyptian times to include not only himself and Hawkgirl, but also several other JSA members, including Shazam, Captain Marvel, and Black Adam, as well as Dr. Fate. Also, sort of merged all the Hawkmen together after years and years of several different Hawkmen. There's one from Thanagar. Is he from Thanagar on Earth? Is he this guy or whatever? What happened? Finally, they just said all the Hawkmen were basically merged into one Hawkman with all the memories of Cargill Hall, plus all the memories of all the lives that the original Prince Khufu had been reincarnated as through the, well, I guess it would be millennia. Including several other non-hero DC characters from the past were linked to Hawkman's origin. So that all happened during the Jeff Johns Rags Morales run. And they just kind of messed him up a little bit more during Final Crisis, and it got more convoluted, and I still don't know what's going on with Hawkman because of his current book. The Savage Hawkman is, in my opinion, just terrible. So anyway, I guess that'll be it for Hawkman from the Wave 19 of the DC Universe Classics, and stay tuned for more figures from this wave, and until my next video, I'll see you.